Hi guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to talk about something that I've had quite a few questions about, and it's really something that I think is very important in your career and kind of where you want to go with it, and is a very regular thing to kind of do every once in a while, just kind of to help advance your career. So, what I'm going to take a look at today is actually how to find jobs, or how I find is the best way to find them. What I'll do is I'll give you kind of run you through exactly what I did or what I have done my last few job searches when I have had to find new positions, or if I wasn't happy and I wanted to find somewhere else to go. So we'll hop right into it. So here, as you guys can see, my suggestion is actually to go onto LinkedIn and to search for jobs on there, because they're going to be very professional jobs. And obviously there's a little bit of vetting that's done on this, and it's kind of the professional place for professionals to go to connect. So a lot of the better jobs that are out there are going to be posted on LinkedIn. So what you can do is basically, if you look at the top bar here, you have home, network, jobs, messaging, and notifications. I've already clicked on it, but you go to the jobs section and it'll pop up a screen that's going to look like this. So what they have on here is they have it kind of broken out, and for me it's already all populated because I have used it in the past. I'm going to have stuff that is relevant to me. I'm in marketing, so it has a bunch of marketing stuff. But say you haven't been here before, you're in a different field. Say you're in sales. So what you do is you just go up to this search bar right here where it says search jobs, and you would put in sales, and then you can put in location. So wherever you're located, you can put in the city and it'll search it for you. And you just hit search. And it'll pull up a list of all of these different positions that are available and looking for employees. So what you do is you can go through and you can apply, and some of them are actually, and this is why I really like LinkedIn, is because after you have your profile set up and everything, some of them are actually really, really easy to apply to. Like if you look right here where it says sales representative, you click on it and it'll bring it up, and they actually have something that's in easy apply, and you don't have to go anywhere and fill out anything else. It literally just sends them your LinkedIn profile, and then you can attach something onto it if you want. So if you want to attach your resume, but literally you just select the email address that you want sent to, send them your phone number, and it just ships them your LinkedIn profile page essentially as your resume. So super easy. Literally it's like one button, apply. But even if not, it's still, they give you a really good rundown of all these different positions. Like I said, there are a lot of companies, bigger companies that are posting on here, and then that's kind of the way that I prefer to go. And I know there are actually some people I talk to who are like, well, I don't know if there are positions in my area. I live in whether I live in a smaller town or I live in a super competitive market. The great thing about this is actually you can put in, and I'll show you right here, remote. So, I'm already looking at sales positions, but say I live somewhere where there's nothing around me. I'm in a remote area, or, I'm in a market that maybe isn't that great right now. You can just put in remote, and what'll happen is it'll pop up with all of these positions that you can essentially work from your own home or your own, home office if you have one. You can do these from anywhere, which is great. And another thing about it is that companies that are looking are usually in high value areas. So like, you can see on the first one right here, San Francisco Bay Area. So for them to, bring you on there, it would cost them an astronomical amount of money just to pay for someone's cost of living in the San Francisco, if you're comparing apples to apples, it would cost them a ton of money to have you work there. So what they're trying to do is they want to essentially outsource these positions to people that live in other areas where it costs less. So they have to, they essentially are paying you less for the position. However, usually it's still a raise over what you could command in your local market. So for example, I once recently had a company reach out to me, and they said, hey, we're thinking you might be a good match for this position. Would you be interested in talking to us? And I looked at it, and it actually was also based in San Francisco. And had I been living in San Francisco, I would be being paid 3 times what I currently make. So for them, it's a win-win because they look at it and they're like, well, we don't have to pay him 3 times essentially what his salary would be. And for me, I look at it and when I had the conversation with them, it literally came out that they would be willing to pay me twice what I'm making in my current role. Does that sound good to people? Yeah, I would. I would think pretty much anyone would jump at the bit for that kind of an opportunity. So that's another thing is that for them, they view it as saving money, but for you, you have the opportunity to make a lot more money than you would make in your local area for that same type of position. So really, I think that's a great thing to look into as well. Plus, you get the flexibility of working from home. These are probably going to be a little bit more competitive. You really want to make sure that, your resume is all spiffed up, your LinkedIn profile, if you're doing it this way, that's really, you have it locked down because anyone can do it from anywhere. So that is one consideration about these. But, if you can get in somewhere like that, or if, this is the best route for you, it definitely opens up some avenues where maybe they didn't exist before. So some new opportunities. So I will say, the one thing to think about while you're doing this is obviously, you need to have that LinkedIn profile. You need to, and if you don't have one already, it is definitely, in my opinion, worth it. You never know who knows who. There was actually an interview that I did recently where the lady that was interviewing me, she's, a VP for the company. She was actually like, oh, I saw you knew this person. So, he's a great guy. I love him. I wish we could get him in here. But, I saw that you knew him. So I don't feel that you're a perfect fit for this position, but maybe we can move some stuff around and get you in here. And it was just purely based off of who I knew. So, there's the networking aspect of LinkedIn, which is great. And then additionally, like I said, it makes it really easy. It's kind of a nice place where you essentially have your resume and it's on file for you to grab whenever you want, whenever you need. Like anytime I update my resume now, I can just go in there, copy from my profile, paste it into a Word document, and you have a resume essentially good to go straight from that. So, I do believe that it is worth your time to set up your profile if you don't have one. Connect to the people that you may have known. You'd be surprised how many people are actually on here or people that you currently work with. Make the connections that you need to, but then, give this a shot. See if this is something for you. Obviously, there are some other sites, which I can go over later, but really this one is my advice for my personal friends. This is kind of what I steer them to. And, I say, hey, this is kind of the way that I've done it in the past, and this is really what I believe in. So take a look. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop them below in the comments. I'll be more than happy to create, additional videos to kind of reference any of those. If you did find this helpful at all, feel free to like or subscribe. That would help me out a lot. Let me know that this is something that's valuable to you, and will help me create more of these in the future. So best of luck in your job searches, and have a great day.